Chapter 688. At this time, at Lord Adair's birthday banquet, Alex was waiting for the banquet to officially begin. He wanted to offer a toast to Lord Adair so that he could make a trip to Paisl's Serene Medical Clinic to take a look at the situation there. As they sat around the dinner table, Hazel, Matthew, Daisy, Don Stephen, Burton, and even Doris were all looking at Alex with even more admiration and respect than before. The miraculous effect of the rejuvenating pill was really impressive. However, at this time, none of them has actively mentioned the rejuvenating pill in front of Alex. Even though Alex still had about 20 rejuvenating pills left, he was not ready to take them out as a gift at this time. Even though Hazel, Matthew and Don Stephen were not young, they were all far from reaching old age. Therefore, Alex felt that there was no need for them to take the rejuvenating pill now. If they continue working hard and following him in a steady and loyal manner, then he would definitely give each of them a rejuvenating pill in the future when the time was right. At this time, Alex looked at Burton, who was seated at the dinner table. Since he has not seen him for a few days, he could not help but asked curiously, "How is Baker Pharmaceuticals doing now?" Burton hurriedly replied in a respectful manner, "Master Anderson, the development of Baker Pharmaceuticals is going smoothly. I am also organizing and making preparations for some of the older Japanese medicine practitioners and pharmacists to explore and study some of the ancient Japanese prescriptions. I would like to introduce some ancient Japanese medicine into the Western culture." As soon as he spoke up, Burton had a regretful expression on his face as he said, "The Japanese ancestors have left behind so many good ancient prescriptions. However, most of them are either lost or have been stolen by pharmaceutical companies from other countries without acknowledging its origins at all. I think that it is a real shame, and I really want to do everything in my own capacity to explore the possibilities of introducing ancient Japanese medicine into the pharmaceutical market." Alex nodded slightly before he said approvingly, "I think that it's an excellent idea. Most of the good things left behind by the Japanese ancestors have all been robbed and taken away by the Chinese and Korean companies to use as their own. If we don't pay any attention to it, then I'm afraid that all these ancient Japanese prescriptions would end up becoming the bragging right of these small countries." As he spoke, Alex suddenly thought of Suki Pharmaceuticals in China. In fact, Alex had cheated more than $10 billion out of Suki Pharmaceuticals. Suki Pharmaceuticals was at its weakest and most fragile point, but Alex also left a hidden danger for Suki Pharmaceuticals. Kwam, the second son of the Suki family, thought that his elder brother was already dead. However, he would never be able to imagine that his elder brother, Yen, was actually alive and well, and he was currently feeding dogs and shoveling shit at Don Stephen's dog farm now. If Suki Pharmaceuticals was at risk of failure, then that would be fine with him. However, if Suki Pharmaceuticals was going to continue rising, then Alex would send Yen back to China to fight for the rights to take Suki Pharmaceuticals back from Kwam. As he thought about this, Alex asked Burton, "How is Suki Pharmaceuticals in China currently holding up?" Burton replied, "Suki Pharmaceuticals was facing some problems not too long ago. It seems as though they have lost quite a huge amount of their capital. Therefore, they faced some difficulties in their capital turnover. However, since there are so many hot-selling drugs produced by Suki Pharmaceuticals, I believe that they should be able to stabilize and restore their position within a short period of time." Alex nodded as he thought about it. When Suki Pharmaceuticals was restored to its former glory, he would then arrange for Yen to be sent back to China so that he could try to take the pharmaceutical company back from his younger brother, Kwam. That way, Suki Pharmaceuticals would basically belong to him. Therefore, Alex told Burton, "If there are any changes or movements in Suki Pharmaceuticals, please give me feedback and updates immediately." "Okay, Master Anderson," Burton nodded before he said respectfully, "I will definitely pay close attention to it." At this time, Alex suddenly asked, "By the way, how are your father and brother doing on Mount Gollum?" Burton smiled slightly before he said, "Don Stephen and I take turns to send people up to Mount Gollum to keep an eye on them." I heard that the temperature on Mount Gollum has fallen recently and there is a huge amount of snow covering the mountain. Therefore, both of them cannot harvest enough ginseng in time because there is always a short supply. They won't have enough food or clothing for quite some time. Alex nodded as he said, "It doesn't matter if they do not have enough food or clothing as long as they don't die." Burton replied immediately, "Master Anderson, you can rest assured. Even though I hate both of them to the core, they are still my family no matter what happened in the past. Therefore, I will make sure that they do not die so they can continue reflecting on themselves as they dig for ginseng on Mount Gollum for the rest of their lives."